Oh,
Not much though.
oh, it's you can tell it's that time of year.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, absolutely. Last call before Christmas,
It is, yeah, yeah.
a week today, and I'm planning a week from this moment in time. I'm planning to be sat here on the sofa, this lovely blue sofa, with a rather large glass of red wine and feeling very stuffed and full after Christmas dinner. And I've got my son sat across from me, and he's being really sociable on his laptop.
The only difference between what you're doing and what I'm doing is that you're on call with someone.
I'm working, you're playing.
I will be working tomorrow.
Yes, while I'm working. Oh, how many more get-ups for you?
Animal get-ups.
Yeah. And then how long do you have off?
So I am working my 8 day stint now,
Yeah.
through till Monday.
Hmm.
Then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, in Saturday, Sunday, Monday, off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, back as normal.
Yeah. I'm working through till Christmas Eve, and then I am off for 12 days back
Oh,
on.
lovely.
So yes, and I'm looking forward to it.
I bet. I
So this is probably, well, this is certainly the last call before Christmas. We may end up fitting a quick one in before the new year.
Yeah,
Might
there
be.
we go. I'll be off, so we
We could
we
even
can
do
we
one
can
at
do
New
it
Year's.
early.
We could do one on New Year's Day.
We could start
Yeah.
the new year off right. I
So,
won't be hungover, so I can laugh at you.
I know. Well, we're not going out anywhere, so we'll probably make it to about 2 minutes past midnight, and then we'll be in
Yes,
bed on New Year's Day.
that'll be me.
Yep. All right. So, should we get cracking?
Let's go.
Yeah, we just before the call, we were just sort of discussing like the fact that we are absolutely knackered, and you were saying that you've just not trained this week.
I haven't trained at all this week. I've come home from work, cried, got into bed.
Yeah,
It's just been, um, yeah, it's very, in my line of work, it's a very mentally draining time of year. Like there's so much happening.
yeah,
It can be very stressful for people. And we're on the front line of it, trying to deal with everything. And I think it's hard sometimes to appreciate what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of pressure on us. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there.
yeah.
So yeah, we it's good though, but no, I've not trained. I've just been so tired. I've literally just slept a lot. Um, which yeah, is not like me. And then I think there's just been so much going on. Like I said, it's time of year, we just got plans everywhere, and I'm like, right, when can I fit it in?
Yeah. And
When
I
I've
think
got the energy to.
that's kind of the point to kind of emphasize, isn't it? It's perfectly normal at this time of year with
Yeah,
between social plans, busy work, everybody's shattered. Dark. It's like Sunday's the shortest day of the year.
yeah,
It's really like Sun. I've just been up to Sheffield to pick my eldest up from university this afternoon, and we asked Siri what time sunset was tonight, and it's 10 to 4.
yeah,
So and sunrise is like 8:15. So the days are very short, and that
yeah,
really does disrupt everything. And it's just normal. I know in the gym, I had a comment from a client yesterday who came in for a session, and normally when they train with me at the time they normally do, the gym's busy, we're fighting for kit. Yesterday, there were 6 people in the gym, and 3 of them were trainers. The other
yeah.
3 were clients. So it's that time of year, and I think for anybody who listens to this, it's kind of just to not feel guilty, not beat themselves up. If you can keep going, and the girls on the program, the fact that I know Ree's managed to hit all the workouts, Gina's still getting the workouts in, and I know even Carrie is sort of trying to get the steps and be active and things. It's it's fantastic. You're doing better than the vast majority of people.
100%.
So, if you can keep that going, and I think that's the key thing. Really, really well done with consistency on the workouts, despite the social plans and the busy weeks and work being busy. Um, Really well done on sort of the meal. That's a key one. When I was looking through the forms and the feedback, like sticking to meal plans, and I've focused on that this week. I've had my wraps for breakfast and lunch. I've had like tonight, I didn't finish till 7, literally just eating before I've jumped on the call. It was something I batch cook on Monday, put something aside, just stuck it in the microwave, eaten, and I've got something for tomorrow night as well. And it's that kind of prep and planning, trying to, on the days where you can, plan ahead, prep where you can, really simple meals. It just keeps the momentum going. Is it perfect? No, I've been eating chocolate chip and cranberry cookies that somebody gave me on Monday.
Whoa.
Very nice. They gave me 16 on Monday. There is one left in the tin. And I've got a kilo bag of Reese's miniatures as well, which I'm looking forward to opening at some point.
Nice.
So it's not perfect, but and I think that's the key thing is enjoy those treats. I've got a really nice little I was writing a little kind of email thing to send out to people, but I'm going to actually put it in the group as well, just explaining it's perfectly normal to have the treats at this time of year. Don't feel guilty, plan it in, and just ask the question before you have it. Do I really want this? If the answer is yes, have it. Guilt free, you've got permission to have it. But yeah, some really, really good wins. And I think it's just remembering, and we said this in the last couple of calls, Christmas is not necessarily, some people can lose fat and body weight during Christmas if that's their goal, but it's not necessarily the best time to do it, but it is a good time to practice moderation and maintenance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the hardest thing for anybody, if they've done a weight loss phase, it's then maintaining that weight afterwards. So if you can maintain through Christmas, you've pretty much cracked it, which is great. All right, questions. So first one, this is from Ree. Gym is closed. The gym is closed over Christmas. What other things? What could she do about it? What other things can she do?
So essentially, like say, just like think about all the things that you could do in terms of getting outside. I am planning a Christmas Day run. Haven't told Tom yet. We're going on a family run on Christmas Day, whether you like it or not. Christmas morning,
Oh,
we're going to go do a 5K. Um,
Tom's gonna love you.
yeah, but like, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
um, so there's anything you can do outside, even if it's just getting your steps in, going for a walk,
yeah,
bike rides. Although be careful because it's a bit cold this time of year. But anything you can do to get outside and do anything. You've got home workouts you can do. Like, even if you're thinking, oh, well, I haven't got any weights at home, think of things like filling a backpack with books or, water bottles or anything like that that you can use just to increase like a little bit of resistance. But,
yeah.
just because you don't have dumbbells or things like that at home.
I've literally got hundreds of workouts on my YouTube channel that you can go and have a scan through. There's hit ones, there's resistance style ones, there's all sorts. So absolutely go and have a look at that.
Yeah, yeah. And then like I say, even if it is just then like body weight exercises, it's absolutely better than nothing. But just focus more on like the general movement more than anything as well. Like even though you can't get to the gym, just think about being active. Like, what can you do in your day rather than just sitting around all day in front of the TV or in front with your head in the tub of celebrations, like being out and about and, what can you do to keep yourself active? So just plan in those moments of movement, like more so than anything, I guess, if you can't get to the gym. But if you miss that bit of time at the gym, like it's not going to be the end of the world. Like, please don't worry that you'll lose all
You're
your
not.
progress over this time or, yeah, like all that weight's going to go back on, whatever it is you're worried about, like don't worry, it's not going to be the end of the world. Like it's the same as when you go on holiday. If you're not able to train when you're on holiday, like you don't forget everything you've done before, you don't lose all that progress. But I'd say if you can, like keeping that habit as well, like say
Yeah.
if you're used to going to the gym, go for a walk or go for a run or whatever it is that you can do, just to keep yourself a bit active over that period.
Yeah, I think the key thing is you hit the nail on the head with the one, missing the gym for a week, you're not going to lose your gains. You're not going to lose progress. You don't lose muscle within a week. In fact, sometimes it can be beneficial. If you've been nailing things for sort of 8 to 10 weeks, having a week off or a deload week where you maybe do body weight or just generally be active, like walk and things like that, can be useful. It can allow the body to recover so you can come back stronger. But keep the habit. That's the key thing. So when you would normally go to the gym, plan to do something else, like
Yeah,
go for a walk. So it is, and that's the important thing. It's routines that we're trying to keep because if the routine's still there when the gym reopens, it's a lot easier to kind of go back into it. The hard part is if the gym's closed and you just think, oh, I've just got a week off. And then it's when it's getting, let's say you're going to do an early morning session, you've then got to go, oh, I've got to go up early again. That's the hard bit, so it's keeping that plan going. But as Alice said, walking, body weight, improvised weights. If you haven't got dumbbells, backpacks, shopping bags full of weights, water bottles, whatever, doesn't need to be much. And there are, I think I didn't count, I don't know what the last count is. There's about 550 workouts on
Yeah.
YouTube, loads. So, whatever you can do, do that, but keep the routine going. Yeah, that's the easy question. Right. This one is from Gina, and it's about immune system. So, is there anything that you can do? I'm just going to read the actual question out. Let me drag it up. So she asked, oh, this is now being really slow. 2 seconds. There we are. Uh, is there anything that can help boost your immune system that we can recommend? Um, Sleep, protein, hydration. And make sure we've said this before. If you're ill, the last thing your body needs is like an aggressive deficit. So eat food. The old phrase like they say, feed, is it feed a fever, starve a cold, feed a fever? Just feed everything.
Yeah.
Feed a cold, starve a fever. Rosie's shouting.
I was gonna
Feed a
say
cold,
feed a
starve
cold, starve the flu. Yeah.
a feed everything. Your body needs that fuel to fight it. Your immune system relies on energy, so we need to make sure we're eating adequate calories. That does not mean necessarily to stuff yourself, but eat enough food, eat enough protein. And we've said before, there's a reason why chicken soup's a good dish and why it's a popular one when you're ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure you're getting enough fiber and micronutrients in. But in terms of supplements, the only one, well, there's two really that you can take. Vitamin D, but vitamin D we say all the time. One of the key roles of vitamin D is is to support your immune system. So vitamin D is important in a good, strong immune system. If you're low in vitamin D, which is really common at this time of year because there's no sunlight and we don't produce it, and we don't get enough from our food. Um, then your immune system can suffer, and that's why a lot of people tend to get ill in the winter. It is a seasonal illness, seasonal thing. So as vitamin D drops, you're more prone to infections because your immune system's slightly weaker. So make sure you're taking your vitamin D, and then short term, zinc. So a vitamin C can help support the immune system, but it's not kind of a magic supplement. But in the short term, zinc and vitamin C together, there are some studies that I have read in the past that suggest it can shorten the duration of common like infections like the common cold and things like that. So those are the only things I would say. Anything else like when people say ginger shots or turmeric, right? No, absolutely, it's a waste of money. So the key one, get enough sleep. Generally, think about why it is you get ill. You're tired, you run down, you might not be eating enough or eating regularly or eating full meals, proper meals. You're probably doing too much running around. That's one of the reasons why we tend to get ill. So rest, eat good food, good quality food, and enough of it. Plenty of protein, plenty of fiber, plenty of micronutrients and veg, and then take your vitamin D. And then I take a vitamin C and zinc supplement. Most days it's a low dose, but it just helps to keep things topped up and it can help reduce, potentially, for some people, reduce the duration of the illness. But that's about it. Anything else that people say, oh, take this, it's a waste of money. Placebo effect is very powerful in that respect. Um, if you're suffering with a cold and you want some anti-inflammatories, take some ibuprofen. Make sure you take it with food because it can upset your stomach. Um, but don't take it for long periods either. So yeah, that's about it. Just sleep and rest and water.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? You want to focus on preventing yourself getting ill. Like
Yeah,
obviously we all get ill at times, like it is inevitable, it will happen. But if you've got these things in place, like you're taking your vitamin D regularly, you're making sure you're getting enough vitamin C, like through, your fruits and vegetables, and keeping up with your micronutrients as much as focusing on those macronutrients, you're giving your body a better chance of fighting that off,
Yeah,
rather than waiting like, oh no, I'm sick, I best really overdose on vitamin C because that's what's going to make me better. What you want to be doing is practicing that all year round to minimize the illness, and
yeah,
then, like you say, help you recover quicker from that as well.
100%, 100%. Yeah, it's there's nothing. It's the same as everything. If you want to kind of improve your health, your fitness, the basics work. There's no magic supplement. There's no magic drug or pill that you can take that is going to help. It's just do what you can to support your body in doing it itself. That's the key thing. Yeah. All right. Last little bit. I think really we just wanted to reinforce a couple of things over Christmas. Number one, enjoy yourself. You know,
Absolutely. Number
that's what
one rule.
it's about. Enjoy yourself. Don't restrict, because if we restrict, we crave. When we crave, we binge, and binge brings guilt and it feeds into the cycle. So allow yourself to have these things. You can keep the basics going. Protein and fiber as anchors in your food. They're going to keep you full. They're going to make sure that you're not overly hungry. The worst thing you can do is starve yourself before these big meals. So you're going into them hungry, you won't then overindulge, and it's that guilt cycle. So keep those basic meals, so protein and fiber, and it helps you to control the impact of things. If if you want to eat chocolate and treats and cookies and Reese's Pieces and all that sort of stuff, give yourself permission to eat them, enjoy them, but practice that, practice asking yourself, do I really want this? Am I enjoying it still?
Yeah.
What's the next mouthful going to give me that the last one didn't? And if the answer's nothing or you're not enjoying it, then you just need to say, I don't need this. Stop, put it away.
Yeah.
Uh, it
Save
won't
it
always
for
work.
later.
Yeah, save it to later. I mean, it won't always work,
No.
but think about why you're also think about the whole process. So think about why you're doing it. Are you hungry? Is it an emotional? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? Think about why you're eating it and try and address it, because awareness is the first thing, is the first step in trying to stop
Yeah.
that. And just accept it's normal. At this time of year, you've got to think about all the reasons why we eat things because we're tired. We eat things because we're emotional or bored or stressed. We eat things because it's available. We eat things because, it's dark and we've got nothing else to do. Christmas is it's kind of the perfect storm,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And like you say, I think we said the other day that there's just more treats in the house in general, isn't there? Yeah, people are buying your box of chocolates there. You've got your advent calendars. We've got chocolates on the Christmas tree. Like there's just more around, so
Yeah.
it's more readily available as well.
But it's not always, and this is the thing to remind yourself, it's not always going to be like that. You know, come January, February, all of the Christmas treats have pretty much gone,
Yeah.
and you can get back into your routine. You don't need to go into January going, right, I need to undo it. The key thing that we're going to be doing when we get into January is like, right, we're not we're not trying to undo anything. We're not trying to repair damage. All we're trying to do is get you back into that routine and help you back into that normal routine. Yes, it can be a challenge for some people, especially if you've just had like a complete week, 2 weeks off where you've done nothing. This is why we say try and keep the habits going where you
Yeah,
can. But it's not always possible to do that because of everything. But it's just kind of starting again small, and you're not starting from scratch. This is the other thing. When you come into January after the Christmas break and you think, oh, I'm just starting from scratch again, you're not. All you're
yeah,
doing is reintroducing yourself back into this routine, and you've done it before, so you can do it again. And it's a mindset, it's a mentality side of things. Okay, so you know don't beat yourself up. You've not done wrong. Everybody is in the same boat around Christmas. As Alice says, there's more stuff around. We've got the perfect storm with tiredness, stress, social occasions, all of these sorts of things, which mean that we are going to eat more. We are going to enjoy those treats a little bit more. Absolutely. But where you can, keep everything basic. So protein, fiber, workouts where you can, walk where you can, prioritize hydration in your sleep where you can. And then just give yourself permission to enjoy those things at other times. Alcohol, we've mentioned again before, alcohol awareness, alternating soft drinks and alcoholic drinks, learning to say, have I had enough? And practicing that moderation. It doesn't always go right. Rosie will tell you what I'm like when I can't practice moderation. Apparently, I twerk. Um, she's got video evidence of this. You still got video evidence of that? Jesus. Yeah. So enjoy those things. If the scale weight is going to bother you, don't weigh yourself because your weight will go up.
Yeah,
It will because of the type of food you're eating, the volume of food. It does not mean that it's fat. It's just going to be more food, more carbohydrates, more water. And as soon as you get back into your normal routine, that will drop off. And people, it amazes me every year. People go, "Oh, I put a stone on over Christmas or 7 pounds on, and then it's disappeared within a week." It will do, and that just shows it wasn't fat; it was just water. But yeah, January comes, we'll get back into the normal habits. We don't need to, like I say, we're not undoing stuff, we're not repairing damage, we're just getting back into those habits. And those are the things that you can do because you've done them before. We don't need to do anything special. We talk about refocusing every sort of 8 to 9 weeks. That's a normal process. You have to refocus because every now and then some of those old habits will slip in and we just need to refocus, and gradually over time those old habits become less and less, and we get into the new habits. But no, you already, the fact that when I was looking through the questionnaires, the fact that you've managed to get workouts done, the fact that you've managed to plan and prep food this week already, if you look back at what you were doing last year or the year before, I bet
completely different.
you're doing loads better. You're already like not even one step, you're like 10 steps ahead of where you were. Um, I had exactly that conversation with somebody on Monday where they were, I asked a question, as I always do with every session, how's the food going this week? How's the nutrition? And I say, I don't expect perfection, never do. And this client was like, actually, not too bad. And the way she framed it was, looking back at last year, I'm a million times better. She says, am I losing weight? No, but I'm maintaining. She said, whereas last year in the month of December, she hit the sod it button and she gained a stone. And
Yeah,
she's like, if I can maintain compared to last year, I've effectively lost a stone,
yeah,
which is exactly the mindset that you kind of have a look at. So yeah, just remind yourselves of that. And be kind to yourself. We're looking for a nice, calm, moderate Christmas. Not a perfect one, but one where you can enjoy it. Because if you can learn to enjoy it without feeling guilty, that's fantastic.
yeah, 100%.
Cool. I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then the only one is obviously we are still around. So do you
Yes,
need anything, do just message us.
absolutely. I will
So
still drop messages into the group, and Alice will as well. And if you do want to call any point, even if it's just like a quick 10-minute chat, that's what we're here for.
yeah,
And drop some message and we can kind of, or even if it's just message for advice or anything like that. It doesn't always have to just be for the call. And that's the other thing as well. We're in that group. If you've got questions, ask them, drop them in. If you want recipe ideas, drop them in. If you want leftover recipe ideas, drop them in. Drop the questions in and I'll make suggestions. But I think it's just have a great Christmas, and a happy New Year. And we will try, if we sort of say New Year's Day call at some point,
we'll do it. We
Zoom
can do a New
call,
Year's Day.
we'll do
Absolutely.
a New Year's Day Zoom call, live call, just to wish everybody Happy New Year and set the, what's the word I'm looking for? Set the scene for the new year and
Absolutely.
give you some tips to get started. Brill. So yeah, it's Merry Christmas from us,
Yes, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in
and
the new year.
we will see you in the new year. Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.